We got some good news, we got some bad news. Just feels so much like deja vu, like not in a good way. The sunshine. I love this sunshine. Ever since the sun started rising earlier, my kids have been rising earlier. William woke up exceptionally early this morning. I can hear him calling for me, so I'm gonna go get him and let him join me for making breakfast because that's one of his favorite things to do. Good morning! You're awake bright and early. It's actually a good thing that kids are waking up sooner. It's about time we start. What? You want to go?
No.
No? Should we go make breakfast? Oh, okay. It's about time we start getting our days started a little bit sooner. We've been slacking over winter. Yes, we have. Should we make some toast? I made a batch of homemade bread yesterday. Look at this. Look how fluffy and soft. Yeah. I'm excited to get that recipe out for you guys. Speaking of, I uploaded my first ever recipe to my blog. It is my homemade yogurt recipe, which is currently cooking right now. It's really easy, really doable. You should go check that out. I'll link it below. Excuse me, sir. That's supposed to go in the toaster. Are we all gonna have a piece of bread with a William bites out of it? Put it in there.
No.
Yeah. Thank you. Excuse me.
Get down.
Why don't you go get chocolate? Do you know why you're going to Yummy and Pupums today?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're going to play and watch some TV.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what you think? You're going to Yummy and Pupums today because Mommy and Daddy are going to go see the baby.
Mama, we're going to have more fun than you.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah?
Yeah? I'm excited to see the baby. Mommy and Daddy get to go see a special... Oh, you want different boots? We're going to do a special exam where they look inside my tummy with a special tool. And then we can see the baby on the screen. And they're going to look to see how the baby's developing and growing. And I'm going to check in on the baby. And we get to see a picture of the baby and a video of the baby.
Tomorrow we get to go to Gammy and Pupums too.
You too? William, we're going to see the baby today.
Well, let's see
Yeah.
Let's see how big we can jump.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Whoa. What about you, William? Can you jump? Whoa. They don't really care about seeing the baby. They're just excited to see Gammy and Papa. Can't forget to put a good layer of this stuff on because of all the, nervous sweating. And that is where I'm going to interrupt today's video for a brief moment to thank today's video sponsor, Native. 6 years ago, I was pregnant with my firstborn and decided to give Native a try for the first time, and I have not looked back since. And there's a few reasons why I've stuck with it all this time. First of all, the formula is absolutely perfect. It goes on so buttery smooth. It dries quickly. It doesn't ruin my clothes. The texture is just, the texture is perfect. The ingredients are familiar and simple. They're also paraben-free, aluminum-free. They're vegan and cruelty-free as well. And it actually works. For me, in those hot summer months when I'm newly postpartum and I'm breastfeeding, that is when I'm excessively stinky and excessively sweaty, and I cannot do a day without Native. Native is my best friend. And a huge bonus about Native that I love is that they have 100% plastic-free packaging. It's the same formula, I know, and I love, but in plastic-free packaging, which is a really simple little switch that I'm able to make. And you can actually recycle this packaging after you're done with the deodorant. So I got these scents. I got coconut and vanilla. This has been my go-to for the last 6 years. It smells exactly how you would imagine it to smell, and it's so good, especially in summertime. Zach's personal favorite is citrus and herbal musk. This one is really nice neutral scent. Like, I'll wear it, he'll wear it. This is a perfect one for us to pack on like vacation, so we can share a deodorant and we don't have to bring two along. It's a little bit musky, but not too musky. And then I love it when he wears the eucalyptus and mint scent. This one is really nice and musky. It smells like the car freshener Black Ice, if you're familiar with that scent. And it reminds me of our dating years, and so this is one of my personal favorites. And of course, I have a discount code for you, so you can go to their website, linked in my description box, and use my code LEPKEYS12 to get 20% off your first order at Native. This is available site-wide, but it's only available for a limited time, so if this is something you've been thinking about for a while, now is your time to stock up and save, because you can get 20% off your entire purchase. Back to the video. Bye guys.
Bye, Daddy. Bye, Mommy.
Bye. It is not very often that Zach and I go on a date with no kids. We had this appointment booked like a month ago, so I was able to give my mom a lot of time in advance. She was able to like shuffle around her work schedule a little bit and take the kids this morning so that Zach could come with me to this appointment. You were at the ultrasounds at the end of William's pregnancy.
Yep, I
but
think so.
Otherwise, the last ultrasound, like 20-week ultrasound you were able to come to was Theo's. So it's been a long time. I'm really excited to have Zach with me today. We are early for once. We're just kind of sitting here waiting, but fun fact, my bladder is huge. So you know how you're supposed to show up to these ultrasounds with like a full bladder? I have to do the opposite. Before we leave, I always make sure that I use the washroom, and then I try not to drink anything until after the ultrasound, because when I follow their instructions to like fill up your bladder, I always end up having to go empty myself first.
And I have a micro-sized bladder.
Your bladder is like the size of a golf ball.
I would say a grape.
Today we are doing the 20-week anatomy scan. I'm 19 weeks today, so this is the earliest I've ever had it done. It's the most important ultrasound of a pregnancy. It's where they scan everything and like make sure brain development's good, heart development, lung development, like the placenta and cord, like they check everything and make sure everything's going well. So it's a very pivotal moment in pregnancy and a very important ultrasound. This is the ultrasound in my last pregnancy where I got the news that I had placenta previa, which is a common condition, but it was still like a punch to the gut, and little did I know it was only going to get far more complicated the further into pregnancy that we got, and the more ultrasounds we had. So now I'm feeling a little bit scarred from that, just because I'm so much more aware now of things that they can find. Just been spending a lot of time in prayer that this ultrasound would go as well as the last one did, and that we would get all good news and a clean bill of health and have the green light for a VBAC.
Good night. Love
We are back now. We've done some homeschool. William's having a nap.
I say hi.
You want to say hi? We're going to some friend's house tonight. We've got Bible study.
Everybody the baby.
You? Okay.
Put them on, brother.
There it is. There's the baby. It's so exciting. It's always so cool to see the growth and like how far the babies come. Anyway, William's napping right now. I'm gonna go get him soon. We just finished up some homeschool. We've had some quiet time. Now it's time to move on to supper. I'm trying a new sourdough recipe today. We are going to try doing sourdough pita bread. So I made the dough this morning. It looks good. I don't know. I've never made pita before, much less sourdough pita.
What is pita?
It's a kind of bread, a special kind of bread. Kind of like a wrap. So about the ultrasound, we got some good news, we got some bad news. I'll start with the good news. Baby looks perfect, like absolutely healthy. There was no concerns with growth or the heart or brain or anything like that. The ultrasound technician made a comment that the heart looks very good, very healthy, very strong. Baby is measuring about a week behind, but that's normal. So just measuring small. There's absolutely nothing of concern with the baby, but the placenta is low. The placenta is on my back wall and it's low. So ideally they want the placenta about 2 centimeters away from the cervix in order to go for a vaginal delivery. The placenta is 8 millimeters away. So it's low. She's not concerned. Very often when the placenta is low at this stage in pregnancy, as the placenta grows, as the belly grows, it'll usually rise up and away from the cervix. This just feels so much like deja vu from the last pregnancy, the last 20-week ultrasound that we had. They said the same thing. And then with each ultrasound that we had after that, we just got worse news and worse news, and things got more complicated. And so I am just praying and hoping that the placenta does move out of the way and that it won't be a concern and that I will be able to go for a VBAC. The good news is, because we're with the specialist, they were checking for like the vessels and all the other more complicated things that were an issue in the last pregnancy, and she said the vessels are nowhere near the cervix. They are not a concern at all. They look really good, really healthy. Placenta looks great. It's just low. So because the vessels are not in the way, they're not close to the cervix, it will probably be fine. The chances of the placenta moving higher are very likely. So I need to go in for another ultrasound in like 6 or 7 weeks just to check up on that again and to confirm that everything is good. And then if the placenta is moved up and out of the way, then I will get the green light for a VBAC. So as it stands right now, things are still up in the air. We just need to pray and trust and have faith that it's gonna be fine. And I mean, even if it doesn't work out, that I don't get my VBAC, at least the baby is healthy. And like ultimately, that's all that matters. I just really want to have a VBAC, you know? The C-section experience for me was not a great one, but I would do whatever I needed to do to get this baby here safe and sound. Like absolutely 100% without a doubt. If I need to, I'll go for a C-section again. But that VBAC is what I was really hoping for, and so I'm, you know, obviously praying and clinging on to hope that we can still have that. It just feels so much like deja vu, like not in a good way. It might be a totally different experience than last time, but this is where we are at exactly 19 weeks pregnant. There was tons of movement in the ultrasound, and Mr. All afternoon he's been running around in circles, and I just don't know how he has this never-ending energy. 19 weeks pregnant. This is where we are at. The belly is growing great. Baby looks great. It was so cool to see that little spine and the little fingers and the hands. And baby gave us the sweetest little yawn. It was so cute. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Yeah. That's the update. That's how the ultrasound went. Overall, really fantastic news, and I'm so thankful that everything looks okay with the baby. But we do have a Bible study to go to tonight, so I'm going to try and get this going before we end up having a really late supper and we are rushed out the door again. Hey mister, are you ready for night? Where did William go?
Come in here, come in here.
Oh, I see toes.
Are you ready to go sleep? No. No.
Say good
I
night.
promise I'll help you. Good night. Good night.
Zach is gone for the day with the guys, so it's just me and the kiddos at home, and we are taking it pretty easy today. We went out for a coffee date
And
with
I'm
Gabby.
gonna get a muffin.
You didn't get a muffin, but we shared it, and it was delicious. We went out for coffee and a treat, and then we went and did a little bit of shopping, and now we're at home. William is having his nap, and we are going to do a toy swap. This has been very highly requested, specifically by Eloise. She has requested a few items to be swapped out, so they are working on tidying up this room so that we can swap out some toys. Zach did take down the play gym last night that was here before, which we had it up most of winter, and it's been awesome.
We're gonna bring the ball pit up.
We're gonna bring the ball pit up. It's been a while since ball pit's been up here, so we're gonna bring that one up. We might even switch out the couch. We usually don't do that. That one stays here most of the time, but we might bring up like the pickler triangle. We might bring up at the tunnel.
Oh no, I got that ready. So here, how about we put the pickler triangle here and put the ball pit here?
You think it should go there?
Yeah, I think so.
William's been really enjoying the train tracks that are in that basket, but I'm thinking we're going to swap that out with some Lego. You've been asking for your doll stuff, so we're going to bring the doll stuff up here. My energy is about this right now, so I've been really slow moving
My energy
today.
is like this.
I know, you have enough energy for the both of us.
And I have this much energy.
You do. How much energy do you have?
Much energy.
I have this much energy. Can you share some energy?
No.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Thanks.
How do we do that?
I don't know. Can you help me up?
Mommy,
Ugh.
you can get up.
Oh. Oh no.
I'm trying to hold you up.
Oh.
Do you want to
I'll
show
just
me?
take a nap here then.
Okay. Take that. Mommy.
Okay. Let's clean this room. Okay, we are clear, we are ready. Some of these toys are staying, and then the rest of these are being swapped out. Okay, 2 hours later, and we're finally done. William's awake now. Good morning. How's your cookie?
No. I got a good idea.
Good. Let's give you a little playroom tour. So because we brought down the couch and the play gym, I brought up a variety of different like climbing toys. We've got the tunnel, we've got the pickler triangle. Fun fact, this was actually Theo's first birthday gift. Yeah, you got that for your first birthday. And you know what? Daddy made it for you. I figured between the tunnel, the pickler triangle, the slide, the balance board, and the ball pit, they can make all varieties of different play structures and obstacle courses and stuff. This part of the playroom is where they can create forts and jungle gyms and obstacle courses. We also have some Duplo Lego underneath here. I swapped out the train tracks. This cabinet houses the printer and some other like sensory stuff and Play-Doh and tools like that. This is kind of like a crafting wall. So we've got some Play-Doh tools, we've got paintbrushes, and then some homeschooling stuff down here. This part of the playroom is like imaginary play. So Eloise really wanted her dolls back upstairs. We got the dolls as well as the stroller, the high chair. The kitchen stays here all the time, and then I did something a little bit different. I used this little corner and these hooks to hang up some dress-up clothes. So we have like a few different categories of dress-up items, so I think I'm gonna try rotating out different categories. Right now we've got superhero capes and night stuff for Theo. I try to make sure there's a little bit of something for everybody in this playroom. So Eloise wanted the dolls, Theo gets some dress-up stuff. What did you do? She decorated her table. That's beautiful. I also got a little bit of a sensory activity out. I don't usually do this, but I want to start doing it more often. Just super simple. I put some plastic bugs in here as well as some magnifying glasses and some grass. Because Easter is right around the corner, I did bring up some of our Easter books. The block stayed here. This has been a favorite lately. And then on the shelf, I changed pretty much all the toys here. Action figures, cars, dinosaurs. These are some of the boys' most favorite things, so I made sure to have some of those up. Magnet tiles are also some of their favorites. I always try to make sure to have some kind of building toys. We've got blocks, we've got magnet tiles. Then I've just brought up some other toys for William. I usually try to make sure there's a good amount of variety of toys that can be mixed and matched and put together and played with and created with in different ways. But as my kids get older, toy rotations get a little bit different because they start requesting things and I don't have as much control. So I bring them into it and I let them help me pick what they're going to bring upstairs, what they are interested in playing with. So there's not as much open-ended play on the shelf as I would like, but that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted to play with. And so I don't want to step in the way of that either. It is much later than I thought it was. Normally we're almost sitting down to eat by this time and I haven't even thought about starting to cook supper yet. So I'm gonna get started with that while the kids play with their new rotation. And this is also where I'm going to end today's vlog. I hope it was enough footage. I was trying to come up with enough footage. It's just been such a wild week. And I don't know. It's been one of those weeks, you know? Anyway, thank you so much for watching and I will catch you